of society. He has just one dream: no child should be deprived of education. To fulfill the dream, he has worked 24/7, and the dream came into reality in the form of International Internship University. Through his concerted efforts, Piyush Pandit has made the education so facile through Day-IIU, that the learner from any corner of the world, from any university or college, can avail it, as per their needs and comfort, at a very nominal rate. International Internship University is building a better and brighter future for all young learners, and is committed to providing quality, skill-based, affordable, accessible and location-independent education to all the young learners of the globe, by providing internship opportunities. International Internship University is metamorphosing the conventional education system, by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000+ courses and internships to their e-learners. Across 195 countries and 6 continents, throughout the year with over 150 virtual offices around the world. Day-IIU has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization, WEO, and International Accreditation Organization, IAO, and collaborated with all the world's top universities and educational institutions. Through the platform of MOOC, massive open online courses, with the aim of promoting internships and making modern education easy, accessible and affordable. Day-IIU provides honorary degree, master's degree, graduate degree, certificate and diploma courses, professional education, customized programs, free courses, sustainable development goals courses, non-academic courses, blockchain technology learning lab and many more. The entire curriculum of the Day-IIU is skill-based on the ethos of high academics, with the help of MOOC technology. Our country directors are constantly bonding with the corporate sector worldwide, whether it's MNCs or international job providers. This is done not only to benefit the students of that particular country, but also to benefit the schools or colleges which are affiliated to us. All the students and colleges will be given the support like online training, virtual knowledge exchange, internship opportunities worldwide, placement assistance. Day-IIU is committed to providing stress-free education, with internship and entrepreneurship opportunities, without any financial burden on the learners and their family members. International Internship University, after its inception in Australia, India has become the main hub of its operations. Mr. Piyush Pandit, co-founder and COO of Day-IIU, India, and chairman of Swarna Bharat Parivar, Piyush Pandit concocted the world's first internship university, the International Internship University. The world's first virtual university that emplaces internships as preeminent precedents. Piyush Pandit had a dream to provide idea of free education to learners across the world from the year 2017. After 2 years of continuous hard work and efforts, the research about the establishment of International Internship University has been completed in the year 2019. In 2020, Day-IIU received the Certificate of Grant Innovation Patent, Australia under the Patent Act 1990. Innovation Patent Certification from WIPO Proof, ISO Certified 9001, 2005 and IAO accredited. International Internship University is duly registered in 2021 by Certificate, Section 60. Further, Day-IIU has been registered in India and USA. International Internship University has formed various councils to address specific issues faced by students, youths, women, and in the field of education. International Student Development Council. Objective of this council is to help, guide, and motivate the students. The council is made to ensure that the voice of the students is not suppressed. Building a sense of community is the essence of the International Student Development Council. International Youth Development Council is formed with the objective of improving the lives of children and adolescents by meeting their basic physical, developmental, and social needs, and by helping them to build the competencies needed to become successful adults. Day-IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council recognizes the incredible skills possessed by a woman, respects their self-worth, and intertwines it with entrepreneurial skills to give a woman the power to create magic, magniloquence, and money with her skill sets. Day-IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is giving an opportunity to every woman on this globe to witness the uncultivated talents within her, to be the successful women entrepreneur. International Council for Educators recognizes the contribution of educators all over the world in the field of education, and encourages them to be a part of it and to change the lives of many more by imparting quality education and spreading knowledge worldwide. Day-IIU is for everyone. Whatever you covet to be, whatever you crave to do, whatever you yearn to study, without any financial stress.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries of International Internship University, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience present here from all around the globe. I, Ms. Nada Ratkovic, IIU Board Member and Country Director, Croatia, welcome you all for the Safer Internet Day by the International Internship University, the first global virtual university offering quality, accessible, location, independent, and skill-based education around in all areas. I welcome our guests, Ms. Melissa Esposito from Italy. Welcome, Melissa. Our special guest, Benedict Ledus from France, and all our speakers of the day.
Good evening, good afternoon to all. It's my honor to introduce the team International Internship University. Let me introduce myself before that. I, Dr. Snigdha Kadam, President Academics Global and IIU Research Center India, take the privilege to introduce the IIU team. The strong support of IIU, who all are working consistently to achieve the vision and mission of IIU by bringing the new era of education all over the globe. The inspiration of IIU, Sri Dandi Swamiji Maharaj, his blessings and guidance in every endeavor of IIU are stimulating. Trustees of IIU, Dr. Roshni Lal Ma'am, Ms. Anju Pandit Ji, visionary co-founder and COO of International Internship University, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, the man behind the success of IIU. Other co-founders of IIU, Mr. Stephen V, co-founder IIU Australia, Dr. Alisa White, co-founder IIU USA, Mona Angya, co-founder IIU Indonesia, the board members of IIU, Ms. Corina Sujdia, Vice Chancellor IIU, Ms. Nada Ratkovic, Country Director Croatia, Ms. Ermina Oprikan, Country Director Romania, Mr. Yudha, Country Director Indonesia, Dr. Prachi Gaur, Country Director India, President HR and Training IIU, Dr. Snigdha Kadam, President Academics Global and IIU Research Center India, IIU Advisory Council, Dr. Pareen Somani, Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah, Dr. Pratibha Mishra, Dr. T.P. Shashi Kumar, Professor Dr. Chaplain General Iboria Charles, Continent Head Africa, IIU, and Country Director Nigeria. What a pleasure to introduce the team IIU. You all must be curious to know more about the International Internship University. International Internship University is building a better and brighter future for all the young learners and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is a metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional cost and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners with the help of global educators across the globe. IIU has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization WEO and the International Accreditation Organization IAO and collaborated with all the world's topmost universities and educational institutions through the platform of Massive Open Online Courses MOOC. IIU provides various certificates including diploma, graduation, post-graduation courses, honorary doctorate, and many more. IIU has received many accreditations as per the international standards for its innovation, vision, creative ideas, research, and white paper publication. International Internship University is building a better and brighter future for all the young learners and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. Yes, IIU is the change. IIU brings the change. IIU is the revolution. There is always one man behind the success of every venture, every endeavor of IIU. Yes, and he is none other than our dearest co-founder from India and COO, Mr. Piyush Pandit. Now, I take the privilege to introduce Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to the students from various social and cultural backgrounds, possessing excellent administrative and verbal communication and return skills. He is a next-gen speaker and a passionate writer. The versatile Piyush Pandit is the founder of Swarna Bharat Parivar and chairman of Piyush Group. The visionary Piyush Pandit had just one dream. No child should be deprived of education. He conquered the world's first virtual internship university during a pandemic, the International Internship University, the IIU. The words are not enough for his dedication and hard work. Mr. Piyush Pandit, the multi-talented and devoted personality, has received a plethora of awards, recognitions, and honors in his acknowledgement of his contributions to the social work, education, entrepreneurship, and so on. The list of his milestone is endless. The sky is the limit for his great work. So herein, I request Nada to take the lead further. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Snigdha. So, why are we here today? Safer Internet Day. Yes, Safer Internet Day is celebrated every year globally in February from 2005 to promote the safe and positive use of digital technology for children and young people and to inspire a global conversation about using technology, responsibility, respectful, critically, and creativity. Last year, the special emphasis was given to the promotion of media literacy and the importance of critical thinking skills by introducing teachers how to tackle the phenomena of disinformation and fake news. This year, its theme is again Together for a Better Internet. Millions of supporters around the world today is celebrating and International Internship University joined this great initiative, this 19th edition of Safer Internet Day with the theme, All Fun and Games, to make the Internet a safer and better place for all. Exploring respect and relationships online to celebrate young people's role in creating a safer Internet whether that is whilst gaming and creating content or interacting with their friends and peers. IIU wants to raise awareness of emerging online issues, spread awareness about online privacy and security, and to make the internet a safer and better place for children and youth people all around the world. Yes, that is one of IU's core value. Also, before we start with the main program, let's know the top 10 internet safety rules and what not to do online. Please always keep personal information professional and limited. Second, keep your privacy settings on. 3. Practice safe browsing. 4. Make sure internet connection is secure. Be careful what you download. Choose strong passwords. Make online purchases from secure cities. Be careful what you post. The internet is a powerful tool with enormous opportunities for learning, enhancing skills, and acquiring new abilities and knowledge, as highlighted during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, with opportunities, some risks. The goal of Safest Internet Day today is to raise awareness, is to take concrete actions to provide protection for all and empower our youth, our children, and all the people online. The digital world knows no borders, and we need everyone to join in and work with others in a way that ensures a better digital experience for all of us, especially younger users. And that is one of IIU's missions. Now, the motive we are all here gathered together are our guests of honors and our speakers who will be sharing their ideas, their views, techniques, ventures, and much more. I would like to give introductions of our first highly experienced guest of honor. Now, Professor Melissa Esposito from Italy. Welcome, dear Melissa Esposito, Italy, to IIU's stage. Please, I would like to introduce Melissa Esposito, a great professor, mathematics professor in high school for 27 years, Nearpod certified educator, verified educator on Kahoot Academy, at Puzzle Coach. There is no digital tool where she is not available and she doesn't know to work. She works a lot with coding, gamification, always updating new technologies, teaching methodologies, and digital tools to be used to promote learning. The playful approach to this discipline, to passion for the teaching, and as John Paul Richter said, play is a very serious thing. Yes, today on this Safer Internet Day, what we need to know about gamification. And because the pleasure of learning is one of the most effective strategies understood in the literal sense and action of holding back. Please, Professor Melissa Esposito, enlighten us with your inspiring words and with your great speech today. IIU stage is yours.
Thank you. I'll share my screen.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Presentation. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. As Nada said, my name is Melissa Esposito and I am an Italian math teacher. Today it is a Safer Internet Day 2022, and we celebrate it with the title on fun and games, exploring respect and relationships online. Let's see what it means. Safer Internet Today inspires an international conversation about using technology responsibly, respectfully, and critically and creatively. We want to promote the safe, responsible, and positive use of digital technology for children and young people. For 2022, the day celebrates young people's role in creating a safer internet and the ways they are shaping the interactive, entertaining entertainment space they are a part of. The platforms young people use are spaces for connection, community, and collaboration, which is why the day challenges them to have a respectful communities. Speaking with young people is key to exploring their experiences on platforms where they can play games, interact with their peers and others. These platforms play such an important role, particularly during lockdowns. The pandemic forced us to work from home for several months, and we all had to learn to teach in a blended way. Blended learning can be a useful weapon to stimulate students by using new tools that were previously unknown to them. Online gaming can teach important skills like concentration and teamwork. Today, during my speech, I want to show you how throughout online games and gamification you can involve young people and lead them to learn throughout a path that is familiar to them. I will explain the difference between gamification and game-based learning, and we will conclude by seeing what educational escape rooms are, the online version of the best-known physically played escape rooms. All these with the aim of motivating students to learn in a fun way. By teaching throughout gamification, young people learn and they can use their knowledge on online games for something constructive and will learn to have a respectful behavior online. With this paper, I want to propose a different way to bring students closer throughout blended learning to learn. The new frontier of teaching methodologies learning throughout gamification and game-based learning. Let's see what it is, and later I'll show you some examples with the concept of escape rooms for education. From the beginning, our lives, human begins to discover the world throughout play and games. From an educational perspective, there are three important concepts linked to games: gamification, game-based learning, and serious games. They are all related and have different characteristics. Gamification is the most known. It is used to designate any activity in which playing and education or training are related. However, gamification consists in the use of mechanics of playing in non-playful contexts. It is often implemented with the help of online platforms such as Classcraft, ClassDojo, or Duolingo. Game mechanics are used to gamifying any process or content. They drive and encourage user behavior throughout rewards, points, feedbacks, badges, and other kinds of incentives. What does it happen with gamification? You earn points, receive rewards, overcome challenges, and unlock new levels. So your brain gets excited. The results are that you release dopamine, feel good, and your motivation increase and chase after more rewards. The purpose of gamification for a good approach to instruction is to motivate the learners to become active participants in their own learning process. Instead, game-based learning is a teaching method that balances educational materials with the strategies, rules, and social aspects of playing the game. Games are an effective way to learn because they simulate adventures and keep our brains happily engaged. Learning theories that support GBL are active, problem-based learning, social, constructivist, and collaborative learning. The type of games you do during game-based learning are simulation, adventure, role play, strategy, and quiz, such as testing, something made with Kahoot. The main benefits of game-based learning in the classroom are low-risk competition, social and emotional growth, student-centered learning, increase the child's memory capacity, and computer and simulation fluency and problem solving. Here we can see the differences between gamification and game-based learning. During gamification, adding game-like elements, badges, experience points, feedbacks, points, and so on to a lesson. Motivation, like extrinsically rewarding. For example, the reward is tied to grades. Assessment is not within the game, and game-like aspects are adjusted to fit the lesson content. Instead, during a game-based learning, using games such as Minecraft to teach specific learning objectives, motivation, games are designed to be intrinsically rewarding. Assessment is in game, and lesson content is adjusted to fit the game. And let's speak about escape rooms or escape boxes, are a recent entertainment phenomenon that became popular. Typically, an escape room will be played by a small team of people who will be locked in a room and have to solve puzzles within the time limit in order to escape. The goal is to ensure that participants identify strategies during the experience to promote change in the society in which they live. When the escape rooms have a pedagogical purpose, they are usually called edu escape rooms and can be related to gamification and game-based learning. The potential for students' engagement and motivation is one of the main advantages of edu escape rooms. The game will take place telling a story with a core goal, for example, to escape from the mad scientist lab with the secret formula, defuse the bomb and save the world, or save the planet from pollution. This narrative will influence the way in which the room is set and dressed and the types of puzzles. Since escape rooms have become an increasingly popular activity, educators have quickly seen the potential for learning. So escape rooms were born in the USA when one of the first educational escape rooms were created, then focusing on maths and science games in high school. Then escape room became popular in Canada, then in UK, Spain, and Germany, and then in all over the world. Creating a good educational escape room is not easy, but involves getting the right combination of fun, playability, and intended learning outcomes. It is the balance of fun and learning that is crucial to the design of an effective escape room, educational game. Players need to transfer from their real-life context into the game context, such as a crime scene or woods. The immersion of players during the gameplay is very important. In educational game, it is used to get a learner engaged, solving challenges and finish the task. To design an escape room, you have to provide instructions first, then you get stuck, then you have to solve puzzles, so you can run away from the room, and finally, you can celebrate victory. Why escape rooms are effective for learning? There are a number of pedagogical reasons why playing educational escape games offers a valid and engaging approach to learning. First, social skills. Escape rooms offer the opportunities for groups of students to work together to solve puzzles. Good escape rooms cannot be solved alone, so that players have to communicate and collaborate. Problem solving. Escape rooms present a variety of different types of puzzles, from codes and ciphers and traditional puzzles to find or manipulating objects and complex digital puzzles. Players also develop resilience as they make multiple attempts to solve puzzles in different ways, and creativity. Lateral thinking. Players have to think differently from their usual mindset and combine objects and ideas in new ways. And finally, engagement. The very fact of playing an exciting, time-dependent, immersive game may be engaging for many. In this figure, I show you the structures of an escape room. On the left, we have some simple structures, such as the open, sequential, and path-based. On the left, we have a more complicated pyramid structure. The squares are puzzles and the rectangles are meta puzzles. The last puzzle is the game in which the final code or solution is derived from the results of previous puzzles. teacher's role is very important. Teachers are crucial in the learning process, also in collaborative learning. When to interrupt in students' collaboration and what to address is challenging for teachers, as Van Leeuwen and Jansen said in 2019. In the studies, we have seen that teachers have a role in the introduction of the game during and after gameplay. During the gameplay, different aspects of the role of teachers and staff can be distinguished. First, monitoring. Second, guiding. Third, providing hints. And finally, debriefing is very important. You can use a lot of digital tools to create an escape room. For example, you can build an escape room with the Google Sites and introduce any activity on each page with the different tools to solve riddles, puzzles, codes, and ciphers, enigmas of various kinds. In the example I created here, there are sustainable development questions created using different tools such as Google Forms, Learning Apps, Kahoot, Genially, Jigsaw. As you can see in the link below, I can share the link with you. And the escape room is named Escape Room About Sustainability. The structure is very simple. It is a sequential structure that presents the puzzle one after another. Solving a puzzle unlocks the next, and until the meta puzzle can be solved. Can I share with you my escape room or my time ended? Nada.
Nada, you are muted.
Okay. Melissa, you can go through your escape room. Is it long or short?
I can only show you 1 minute.
Okay.
Are you looking?
It isn't open yet.
Wait, I have to change my. Okay. Do you see it?
Yes, we see it.
Okay, this is a Google site escape room, and I created an answer in the first page about climate change, so you can answer to this question. Wasting less food is a way to reduce greenhouse gas emission, true or false? If you let's answer. Let's go ahead. Click on the link below and you'll be in the next step. So you can go to this page. Maybe I have to share. So you can go in the next stage and you have to solve this task. Match the images with the global issue. So you can have to combine every picture with its written part. At the end, you will receive another word that unlock the next page. The word that you can see here in these learning apps is climate. So you can click here, climate, and then you go ahead. And you can go in another page. Guess. Do you see step 2 page?
Yes.
Okay, guess. And there is a puzzle. Do you see yes?
Yes.
You can create this puzzle, and at the end, there is a word.
What is the main word? I can't wait to see the main word.
Maybe is sustainability.
Okay.
If I remember well. So you have to click this word and you can go ahead. Okay?
Okay.
I stop you here. Okay. and we should solve all the puzzle. Okay.
Yes, yes. Yes, we need to play to make this puzzle and to get the world. It's a really great escape room. Thank you, Melissa, for showing it. And we will sure have more opportunities and more workshops, and we can learn our students to make the escapes room. Thank you very much on your great presentation, and thank you for accepting to be our guest of honor. And please stay with us.
Yes.
Wow, certainly, indeed, it was enriching and interactive. Thank you, Miss Melissa. Thank you. Now it's my honor to introduce our second guest of honor, Benedict Leduc from France, STEM Alliance and scientist, STEM Career Advisor from November 2021 till today, full-time mathematics teacher from September 1999 until today, teacher in mathematics in high school in CLIL since 2010, head teacher since 1999, coordinator of the high school math team since 2015, member of the Rennes Academy's production group for teaching resources in mathematics for high school since 2015, full field tutor of trainee colleagues on four occasions. Skills, she's very skillful. So I would like to mention few of the skills: punctuality, thoroughness, reliability, autonomy, teamwork, curiosity, and empathy. She's having interest in reading, nature, traveling, riding, yoga, music, specifically in piano, and she knows various languages like French, English, and many other. She has worked on the many projects such as Be Quiet, We Are Here, E-Twinning project, Writing Shortens the Distances, National and European Quality Label, E-Twinning project on Time Capsule, Leave a Message to the Future, National European Quality Label, E-Twinning project on young scientists working together, National and European Quality Level E-Twinning. So actually the profile is very big, but ma'am, I have just taken the few of the points. Now, dear ma'am, the stage is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you to you. I'm very honored to be here with all of you. I'm going to show you a short presentation focused on the today work is seed, if you may. So I just try to access button. Okay. So I'm very glad to be here tonight, or this evening, or this morning. So as you said, I'm a math teacher and CLIL teacher in Brittany, France. Brittany is a country, a province in the west of the France. I like really working collaboratively and trying new approaches at any scale, short scale, little scale, or high scale. So as a teacher or as an adult, our duty is to protect and to inform our students. So how can we do that? We know that our students were born with the internet, so we could think that they're very safe on it. But is it really true? I am in contact with teenagers every day, and I can say no. You know, it's like parents. You teach them, you learn them advices. You can repeat them all the time, but will they be efficient? No, I don't think. So we can give them information. So that I always have infographics in my classrooms. I took the first one on the right from the internet directly, and I made the last one on the left with my students, always, and not at each lesson, of course, but regularly, on regular basis, we have a look to these infographics. But as we know, we have giving the information is not sufficient. It's indispensable, but it's not enough. So here in the project, we gave the guidelines to be safe on the internet. about cyberbullying, check your privacy settings, keep your personal information private, and so on. So we read this information at the very beginning of the project. It's a European project on the platform we call eTwinning. But we have to make them actor. With of my group, we made a word cloud. The prior word was e-safety, and they had to give me 3 words which came to their mind related to this word, and it created this word cloud. You can see strong password, as Nada told us just before the beginning of this conference, careful product, private, social media, and so on. We can do also posters as educational purposes, awareness, creativity, communication. So that's what we did in another project too. We can, like a game, it's a serious game with a quiz, which called Filter Bubble. And you can see 2 of these questions. Do you regularly delete your search story on social media platforms such as Instagram and or Snapchat? Another one is, do you use anti-tracking add-ons such as Privacy Badger for your browser? And how I did, I made my students answer individually, and then we discussed together in order to keep in mind some good practices they didn't have or maybe discovered with this quiz. Another thing is to make them actor, yes, but also making them feel responsible for others. So on a Padlet, each schools and each students shared their own tips with their neighbors. We could say European neighbors. And with that, teachers prepared collaboratively a quiz. With my students, it was an extra work. I worked with something that is really important for us also in our educational system, was linked with PICS. It's a certification which is now compulsory for the students to get their French baccalaureate. It's a diploma they get at the end of the high school. And we try to work specifically on some competencies. First one was connected research and information monitoring, but very important. Share and publish and entering the digital world. We can also play. That's my 6th path, by playing. So I told you about the Padlet in which every school and every student gave its own tips for its partners. With all these informations, we created a code game, and we had an online meeting. We were, I don't remember, I think it's written, we were more than 60 participants from 8 countries, and it was a very interesting quiz. It created momentum while we're learning and strengthening links between the partners, which I think is really important. If we have time, I can show you the result of this collaboration. Do we have time?
Yes, of course, you can show us.
Okay, just 1-2 minutes, I think. It's what we did all together with the students and the teachers.
It didn't open.
Sorry?
It didn't open.
Because I have it on my screen.
You have a still presentation on the screen.
No, I don't know to. Well, I can give the link if we can see it right now. Okay, I have to share again my screen.
Stop. Okay.
Maybe it will work like that. Let me try this. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes. Well, we can stop now if you want to, because
No, it's okay. Let's see it.
well, thank you to you two to have listened to me so carefully.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Benedict, for your great presentation. It was really beautiful. So you see all how our students working in Europe, how our students working in Italy, in France, and as our Dr. Snikta said, Benedict is a big e-twinner. And in this video, we show students from many European countries participating in this celebration of Safer Internet Day. Now, from Europe, we are moving to Philippines. Now, I want to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Mario C. Lucero, our amazing IIU country director from Philippines. Dr. Mario is an educational leadership, management, curriculum instruction, human resource communication, arts, ICT, research, business education, strategic planning. I can't read all what Dr. Mario have. He received numerous awards from various institutions and organizations locally and internationally from more than 50 countries across the globe. He is world record holder of 4 international prestige books award record because of his poems on COVID-19 published at Amazon Books and Journals in Asia, Europe, and America. He's known as a global poet for humanity. I must say that every day before I go to sleep, Mario is sending messages, good morning and great messages, what he write, because in Philippines is then the morning. Mario, thank you for your beautiful messages every night. So Mario holds 50 honorary doctorates from different colleges and universities abroad, more than 100 honorary doctorates from different international recognized organization. He's a blogger, principal of Springfield School, and he is a founder, president of Leadership in Education Academy and Development Philippines, and other 7 international organizations. He was named as the King of Education by Macedonian Association, and Yes, You Can International. We can talk about our Mario till tomorrow. tomorrow. Dr. Mario, the IIU stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Dr. Nada Ratkovic, to all the esteemed guest speakers across the globe. I saw some friends, familiar faces here in this platform. Thank you for inviting me to share something about the safe use of internet. Okay, and I'm really very happy to represent our country, the Philippines, the pearl of the Orient Sea in Asia. And you might have noticed that the Philippines is the texting capital of the world. Okay, so
Yes.
almost we have millions of subscribers. Okay, and also users of different different sources of Wi-Fi connection. And most of us educational institutions that we have are independent in the use of internet. Okay, and we have seen that internet is very helpful, but there are also very this is what they call disadvantages. Okay, which we're losing some of our basic norms. Our culture has been changing. Of course, we cannot stop technology. Technology will help enhance the teaching and learning process. And that's the reason why educators like us should safeguard properly the use of internet connection. But sad to say also that even we're the texting capital of the world, we also have some problems of the internet connection. So we have a very low bandwidth in terms of how we connect, okay, with the source of wireless fidelity. Okay, so I would just like to probably share with you some thoughts that we should always remember in using the internet. Okay, and that when we use the internet, then we are connecting to different people through our social media platforms, and we use Facebook, or sometimes we use different modalities. Okay, and I know you're familiar with our information. So with the internet that we have right now, yes, the information can be seen by other people. So keep personal information professional and limited. Okay, and I would also try to say that not all people in social media are realistic. Some are also fake. Okay, and if you would not check the professional background, then you might be seeing these people bearing this particular academic qualifications. So I would always try to reiterate that we have to keep our personal information, because through that they could copy our identity. Okay, another is also keeping our privacy setting on. Um, yes, we think before we click. Okay, think before we click. Think before posting something. Okay, at the burst of our anger, sometimes we would post a lot of messages that would destroy humanity. And we also have to practice safe browsing. In the academy, of course, a lot of information are exposed using the internet, but we have to teach our children to practice safe browsing by going into sites that are really very beneficial and educational. So in the school where I manage, okay, I am a principal of a school, we disabled Facebook, we disabled different forms of even YouTube, we disabled that because we have only programs, certain instructional programs that can be seen in the teaching and learning process. Why? Because sometimes when you're teaching, some students are opening their Facebook, chatting with their classmates. And during the exam, sometimes they cheat because they could send messages to their classmates. So we have to safeguard this one. Okay, that's the problem. Now that we are still on lockdown in our country, I would say that we have problems in the examination, okay, in conducting examination, in the assessment. Why? Because parents can teach their children at home. Okay, the students would be sending some messages, and we also have encountered that sometimes they would complain that they cannot show their faces, they can't hear us. Okay, they can hear the teacher. So some different people are attending classes, just like also our group. So we did not share our link. That's why we have professionals in that platform. But when we share the links online, then I think we have different audiences here that will try to intervene. Okay, so make sure your internet connection is secure. Use a secure VPN connection. Yeah. You can share also your internet with your colleagues sometimes, but again, security is very important. And yeah, I would always want to reiterate, be careful with what you download, because these things that you download sometimes would destroy the files. Okay, and yeah, some of the Filipinos could really hack some of the information, and we have problems here hacking information. And this one is choose the strong password. In the Philippines, we have the prevalent problems of hacking for Messenger, try to steal your identity, and they use your identity in collecting money from other countries, from their friends. So even if that you already have chosen a strong password, they could still steal your identity. So we have to be very careful. That's why you would not see my name there in the screen. It's only it's Dr. Mario C. Lucero, because sometimes they could change my name on the screen. Okay, so that's how people in our country would try to manipulate sometimes problems on this. Okay, so make online purchases from secure sites also, since we do also conduct, we have online selling and ordering of materials. So we have to make it a secured platform of probably purchasing something. Okay, this one, be careful with what you post. I thank you, Dr. Nada. We're browsing some of the my posts every day. I usually wake up early in the morning, and I would,
Yes, yes.
I
go
would
to sleep, you say good morning. Tell me
yeah.
good night, Nada.
Yeah, it's still morning in the Philippines. And
Yes.
before I sleep, I would end it by sharing a thought. Okay, I usually have a daily routine of writing peace quotes every day with the king, and then also
Yes.
leadership quotes. Yeah, I usually have 365 quotes, leadership quotes every year, and it goes that way. Okay, and also some quotations on peace, aside from the awards that I receive every day, aside from this particular sharing that I have. So be careful with what you post. Okay, and I still have two more issues. Okay, be careful also who you meet online. Okay, because sometimes these people are not genuine. Okay, I am also a victim of people trying to steal my identity, trying to say they would like to donate something in our country, trying to be a partner, and then they would get my information and I have to open an account, something like that. But it happened that they already want to steal the money from me. Okay, so you see, before I could get that particular donation from different country, I have to open a bank account. So why would I give that? If you want to donate something, you give it to me. Why would I open an account? Something like that. So be careful who you meet online, okay? Because I know a lot of people here sometimes steal our identity, and we have fake. I know most of some countries are using different identities. They would pretend to be like this and like that. But if you would not check, okay, you would be, of course, in a misery, okay? And keep your antivirus program up to date. Of course, we have to really look into what is legit, okay, our softwares, okay, our antivirus, so that all the data will be protected. I am speaking as a principal, and as a principal of an international school in the Philippines. Internet is very important, because the moment we lose internet, then our online class will be disrupted. So we would cancel classes. So no classes without the internet. Okay, so you see, but in the public school, they have the printed module. So those are the things, issues that we have in our country. And I thank you for listening. We must, okay, educate our teachers. We must educate our students on the proper use of internet. Okay, so internet is a tool. Okay, but the most important thing or person is that the teacher. Okay, to make teaching and learning engaging. Thank you very much, and a pleasant evening, morning, and afternoon to each and everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mario, for your great speech, and also that we are sure that you will make a revolution. So you are the main person on the second edition of the
Yeah.
revolution. So congratulations.
Thank you. Of course, IIU Philippines is very active. Okay, we have a lot of course, people who would like to help IIU. So let's spread good news. Let's educate everyone using our programs. Okay, so thank you also for featuring me in that particular magazine. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you. Thank you, Mario, very much. So now from Philippines, we are moving further. Our next great speaker is coming from Pakistan. From Pakistan, Miss Gulshan Ara. Miss Gulshan Ara is a district teacher educator, global certified educator, EAT TEFL registered member, Asia TEFL member, Microsoft certified educator, Kahoot certified educator, Flipgrid, Wakelet, Getchi, experienced teacher, experienced school leader, experienced trainer, executive member of Global Education Network, and she has a vision to be different in terms of innovation in education. How lucky we are in IIU. We have great IIU country directors with great experience in digital technology, in high-end technology. Mrs. Gulsham Ara, you are welcome.
Thank you so much, Nato. Very sweet to introduce myself. I'm very honored and I'm very thankful to IIU platform that such a wonderful people are here and a very wonderful opportunity of sharing ideas as well. Can I share my screen?
Yes, yes, of course.
Thank you.
But but we don't. Okay, it's coming.
Okay. And I have also very precise and very short time. So I want to share something with all of you people. We all, as a global community, are very well aware of the safety on internet and using virtual platforms. Uh, I'm sharing one of my experience as I am a supporter of Safer Internet Safety Day, and I'm continuously using UK platform for Safer Internet Day. I have a regular user of that very platform, and I do workshops and virtual meetings as well for making making other educators aware for the internet safety and cyber crimes as well. So first of all, I am sharing one of the link. I would request all of you to please visit this link as well and have a brief introduction about Safer Internet Day, how UK is celebrating this day, and how can we support this day on making our internet connections very safe. Here, few main points are very important. That first of all, you can register yourself or your school or your organization on this website, and you can start your own campaign to make other people to be very aware of the internet safety, not only for virtual teachers, virtual educators, or virtual students, but the general public who is using internet for many of other purposes. For example, some of people are using businesses via internet, by using internet. Some of them are just using internet for entertainment purposes, and some of them are just doing collaborations. They have no academic purposes, but are all of the type of the people who are using internet, they need to know they are they should be very familiar of the safety shortfalls and internet threats, which can be very dangerous for them, for their personal data as well as their official data. So you people can register on this site, and we can also invite many of other people as well. We can also invite parents and career developers and our many of other educators and colleagues, so they can be very well aware of this current situation and current scenarios of global platform, that when we are connecting to one another, what are the prerequisites to be connected and to be safe, to be protective on the virtual platforms. Then we can create our own displays at our institutions, like in schools, by involving our students and by involving our colleagues. We can share the prerequisites ideas and more of the security measures. We can also conduct sessions. Either you can conduct it virtually. It all depends upon your choice. Whatever situation you think you are comfortable with, you can do it by conducting by physical sessions, or you can do it virtually as well. And you can make them aware what are the needful ideas to be very secured on using internet mechanism. And one of the main thing which I have seen is what I want to share here is, we as a supporter of internet security or internet safety, we need to play our own role at individual level. So I request all of you to please visit this site and place your own public profile here. Place your own username, which you are using on Twitter account, and please discuss your own ideas. What you think about internet safety, what you think about internet protection, and what you think that this day has importance in lives of virtual education leaders, virtual platform for teachers and students, and many of other people who are not relevant to the field of education, but they are continuously using internet as well. So this was one of the thing which I wanted to share. Another thing I was also planning to discuss here, that our kids or our students, learners who are very young learners, who are not very much familiar with the vision of using internet, they are not very much familiar with the internet safeties. So we need to get them a brief introduction about the security threats and cyber crimes. So we need to lock few sites which can be dangerous to our, which can hack our data, as we have already observed the hackers in our online sessions through IIU. These kind of threats can also be observed
Ara,
in academic while we are in maximum level. Yes, am I audible?
yes, now, yes, we lose you
Am
for
I
a
audible?
moment. Yes,
I think I'm in a location where internet issue, maybe my voice may not be audible. Okay, one of the thing I wanted to share also, that the young kids who are using internet, whether they are using YouTube or Facebook or other, they are very much being targeted by hackers. They normally use their passwords their personal data. They use their original names, original addresses on internet. So we need to taught them, we need to tell them that these kind of things are very dangerous, and it can produce some, it can also be a reason for a continuous threat. They can hack your data. They can they can also make dangerous influences upon your personal things, personal information, and they can also uh, uh, make you a very, you can say that you can be very unfamiliar to your own channels. You can also be having with a very unique type of threats which cannot be observed at all. So at some level, we need to be connected with the entire global community. Whether you are performing any task or you are being assigned with any task, you need to be collaborative with other people, and you should share your ideas whether you are having any issue. And when you are discussing on internet using social media, you need to have a precise information about sharing anything. Or if you are sharing your content, then you need to be very careful, and you should have all the information required for sharing your data on internet. uh, this was the only thing which I wanted to share.
Okay, yes,
And
yes, because the time is running. The time is running. We have many more speakers. Thank you, Ara, for your
okay, thank you so much.
yes, for your advices. At the end, we will say about this campaigns. Yes, all over the world are these campaigns. Nada is the whole morning in the campaigns. I go through the world. In every country, we have the campaigns with our students. So this what you show is from United Kingdom. I know the fun was game. We put ourselves down. So we will continue and we will have more workshops on this topic. Now, I want to present our next great speaker. We are going to Canada. Who is coming from Canada? Our great IIU country director, Mrs. Moxie Work. Moxie Work is an excellent, dynamic, multi-talented community leader. She's a mentor par excellence, contributing to the empowerment of the woman and youth, and she is constantly, diligently working towards the welfare of the community. She is a people's person who is always sensitive to the needs of every person who comes in contact with her and with willing helper. Apart from the community, and she is also a successful business person in the field of real estate. She's a founder director of Indo-Canadian Arts and Culture Initiatives, nonprofit organization, and in March this year is celebrating the 7th annual International Women's Day event virtually. She is expert in many areas: women empowerment, providing leadership, support charities and nonprofit organizations, building social connection, mentoring, helping new immigrants, youth empowerment. Also of philanthropic activities, which includes many programs. Various charities, nonprofit organizations like GTA, Northwest Community Health Service, Cancer Warriors, Langar Serva, Punjabi Business. She has been active member of business and community organizations, including a member of Brampton Board of Trade. She received several awards in last few years for her contributions to the community. Mrs. Moxie, the stage is yours. Welcome to this Safer Internet Day.
Thank you so much, Naira, for a wonderful introduction. And thanks for making me a part of this program.
Listen,
As
I
you
must
said,
tell something before our Moxie. Like our Dr. Mario, our Dr. Moxie is always also on the social media, is very active, like a woman, empowering woman, leadership, and others. Congratulations.
thank you, Nada. Thank you. And it's great to be a part of this amazing team at IIU. Thank you. All right, so let's get started with our topic for today, which is Safer Internet Day. As you mentioned, I'm involved in a South Asian community in Canada as an events organizer, speaker, mentor, international author, radio and TV host, and a director of a not-for-profit organization. My passion always lies in community service and making the difference in the lives of our fellow citizens. I moved to Canada in 2002 and decided to start this not-for-profit organization with the purpose of empowering women, youth, newcomers to Canada, and seniors through our community programs. It's my honor today to be a part of Safer Internet Day being organized by IIU. Today, I'll be sharing my views, my perspective on what we're doing in Canada to save our children, our young kids from getting involved in an unsafe situation. As we know, every February on Safer Internet Day, organizations around the world join forces to help make this online world a safer place for our young people. On SID Day 2022, the Canadian Centre for Child Protection is urging parents to regularly check in with their children and teens about what they're doing, seeing, and experiencing online. Our organization, Canadian Centre for Child Protection, is a charity which is dedicated to the personal safety of our children. The goal is to reduce the abuse, whether it's sexual or exploitation of children, prevent children victimization through a number of programs, services, and resources for Canadian families, child serving organizations, law enforcement, and other parties. As we all know, it's very hard for parents to interact and have these type of conversations. So our organization has created some checklists for parents that offer concrete examples of age appropriate questions that you can ask your kids, your youth, as well as find out how they respond to these questions so that they can share their experiences with you. So what are we doing to support Safer Internet Day slogan of Together for a Better Internet? Recognizing that everyone has a role to play in keeping kids safe online, our organization has come up with a variety of resources that are available for children, teens, parents, educators, and others. And some of these resources that in Canada we are providing to parents and guardians are Canada's tip line. As Canada's tip line for reporting online child sexual abuse or exploitation, cybertip.ca is also a place for Canadians to turn for help with concerns about shared intimate images, online luring, and other areas involving child victimization on the internet. There are other resources like protectkidsonline.ca. Protectkidsonline.ca is one-stop website where parents, guardians of kids, teens can get free cyber safety information from internet safety and childhood education professionals. What it does is, as a parent, it is very difficult to stay up to date with new technology and how to best protect your kids. So protectkidsonline.ca offers information about the ever-changing online interest of young people, the potential risk they face, and the proactive steps and strategies to help keep your child or adolescent safe while online. So how it supports child safety? Protect Kids Online is intended to educate and empower parents by providing prevention tips to help reduce the child risk of online exploitation and points to help them get a conversation started about online safety with their kids, no matter what their age. Another website which is helpful is needhelpnow.ca. This site provides youth with information about how to manage issues that may arise from the different incidents, as well as steps youth can take to request their images or videos removed from the websites, helpful hints how to involve a safe adult, and the information about self-care and recognizing when things have gone too far. Why people don't take action? So this is another concern. So there are a number of reasons why responsible adults fail to take action in situation where a child may be at risk or when they are observed something that makes them feel uncomfortable. The action is sometimes ignored or minimized. Sometimes it's blamed on the child. The action is explained away as an accidental or unintended mistake or maybe misunderstanding, thinking this is none of my business, being afraid of the consequences of reporting. But I think it's a good idea to always report. But why should you report? It's a normal reaction to avoid something that makes you feel uncomfortable. But keep in mind, there is a child that makes your there is a child that needs your protection. Remember, you don't have to prove that a child has been abused in order to report abuse. Trust your instincts and say something. Child protection is everybody's business. In fact, due to mandatory requirements, especially in Canada and in most of our provinces and territory, it is your business to report. Trust your instincts and don't hope that someone else will speak up. Reporting is important when there's a concerning behavior. While obvious sexual acts are easy to identify and address, concerning behavior that does not meet the threshold of abuse still needs to be reported. Be mindful. If you observe or hear about concerning behavior or any inappropriate situation between an adult and your child or another child or someone in your around your circumstances, such as a school, daycare, sports program, report your concerns to the organization. Flagging the concerning behavior to the organization should trigger a review in an effort to correct and stop the possible misconduct. If you have contact with the child outside the organization, and if you know the parent, you should still report to the organization and also report your concerns to the child's parents. Flagging concerns behavior to a parent may help the parent address the issue with the organization and discuss it with the child if appropriate. In some circumstances, particularly if your concerns are not addressed or you become aware of more information, you must wish to consider involving the appropriate authorities, including police and law enforcement. Remember, questioning concerning behavior does not mean you're making an allegation of abuse. Reporting the concerns of child sexual abuse. When a person becomes aware that the child may or has been abused, it's a legal and ethical responsibility to take action. The legal responsibility comes from child welfare legislation, especially in Canada, and may also be the duty of person, professional, or workplace requirement. The responsibility to report means that a person who has knowledge or information that the child is being at risk or being abused must report it to someone. If the person about past child sexual abuse is no longer occurring, it is still important to report the abuse. The offender may still have access to other children, and those children may be at risk. So how we can help? There are, especially for these type of issues, survivor advocacy groups, especially here in Canada. They're dedicated to working collaboratively with survivors so that they can change the world for these individuals, these families, the children, those are still enduring abuse, and to prevent them from happening wherever possible. You can connect them with the local child advocacy center. Child and youth advocacy centers exist throughout the country to provide children and families with coordinated support for children who are victims or witness to crimes. The support models offer a multidisciplinary approach in the child-friendly environment. We can provide more support by connecting the survivors and their caregivers to other support services such as counseling or therapy services, victim services that may be available in your country, in the region. Assisting with the victim impact statement for the situation specific to online exploitation. Providing survivors with information about financial options that could be specifically available to these groups. Offering informational resources and guidance around safety planning specific to online risk and concerns to assist survivors and their caregivers in moving forward. That's my take on this topic today. I hope we all can work together for the safety, especially for our younger generation. Thank you.
Yes, of course we can work and we will still work on that. Dr. Snikta.
Yeah, thank you. It was superb, Mokshi ma'am. In-depth and enriching session. Thank you so much. Now, as you all know, you must have seen on the Facebook, we have started with our early childhood care department by International Internship University. So I would like to speak more about it. International Internship University offers early childhood care and education certificate and diploma courses, which is more than a preparation for primary school. It aims at the holistic development of a child's social, emotional, cognitive, and physical needs in order to build a solid and a broad foundation for lifelong learning and well-being. Our courses has the possibility to nurture caring, capable, and responsible future citizens. Our courses have been designed to aid aspiring as well as working early childhood educators while emphasizing on contemporary teaching practices using student-centered approaches where understanding each and every individual need the students become a prime factor. IIU early childhood care education courses highlighting on the teaching strategies that are used to create learning environment and to assist students in reaching predetermined learning outcomes, experiential learning, direct instructions, indirect instructions, interactive instructions, and independent study. IIU focuses on to develop uncountable qualities amongst the teachers to be a great early childhood educator. Courses provided by IIU are highly recognized at international level. So, become a preschool teacher with International Internship University. So, let's have a glance at our ECCE department more. Nada, I request you to give me the sharing option, please. Sorry, Della. Please give me the option.
Yes.
Thank you.
Early childhood care and education. Welcome to the Early Childhood Care and Education Department by the International Internship University. International Internship University, IIU, the first virtual global university, is aimed at providing quality, accessible, affordable, location-independent, and skill-based education, along with internship opportunities to its learners across the world. IIU is the revolution in education in this century, the amalgamation of the traditional and modern education system, making learning more vibrant, inclusive, and practical, creating a new virtual era. The main objective of IIU is to give a boost up the ladder of knowledge. IIU aims at the holistic development of a child's social, emotional, cognitive, and physical needs to build a solid and broad foundation for lifelong learning and well-being. International Internship University offers early childhood care and education certificate and diploma courses, which is more than preparation for primary school, which has the possibility to nurture caring, capable and responsible future citizens. High-quality early childhood care and education programs by International Internship University will enhance earning potential and encourage and support educational attainment. IIU early childhood development and education programs can also help reduce educational gaps. IIU focuses on developing uncountable qualities amongst the teachers to be great early childhood educators, such as patience, full of curiosity, excitement and eagerness to learn, touch and do, passion for teaching, love for young children, caring and compassion, flexibility, empathy, creativity, organization, communication skills, dedication, and many more. Our courses have been designed to aid aspiring, as well as working early childhood educators while emphasizing contemporary teaching practices, using student-centered approaches where understanding each and every individual need of the students becomes a prime factor. Welcome to New Tomorrow. Welcome to IIU. IIU Early Childhood Care and Education courses highlight the teaching strategies that are used to create learning environments and to assist students in reaching predetermined learning outcomes: experiential learning, direct instruction, indirect instruction, interactive instruction, and independent study. Online early childhood care and education courses by IIU not only enhance teaching skills but also provides international certificate which is accepted worldwide. Courses provided by IIU are highly recognized at international level. Become a preschool teacher with International Internship University. We are the change. We bring the change. We nurture teachers. We create the professionals. We are the revolution. We are the IIU.
We are the IIU. Yes, we are the change, and we will be every day a new change. Now we are continuing with our great speakers. The next speaker is coming from Morocco, our great IIU country director from Morocco, Mr. Anas Eras. He is a business efficiency consultant and a great entrepreneur with nearly a decade in the field of business and startup development. He is helping business be more efficient and sustainable. Also, he is an active member of civil society and interested in intersection between business and social good. He is developing strong relationships is his foundation of everything he does, both professionally and personally. Our Anas Erhas is a great person. So, dear Anas, the IIU stage is yours.
Well, thank you so much, dear Nada, for the great introduction. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good late evening for some of you, whichever part of the globe you're attending this great event. Well, I would first like to thank our dear board member, Country Director Croatia, Dr. Nada Ratkovic, for organizing this great event. And also thanks for inviting me to speak in it. And a special thanks for the moderators and for their professional work and efforts. And least but not last, thanks for our special guests for taking the time to share with us some of the valuable insights and practices regarding the internet safety that we've heard. Well, today's topic is really relevant, and because we are all affected by it on a daily basis, this is why I'm going to just speak openly and without any presentations. And I'm going to just share a couple of thoughts and insights about the safety of internet and the safety of this world we are all now part of. Well, first of all, the internet is something really amazing. I love it because it has managed to achieve what many other great things didn't fail to accomplish, which is connecting people from all over the world. And we are, as an example, or a living example for it. And internet gave the world, in my opinion, the next gear shift it needed and deservedly sat in the crown of the communication era. However, and that's a big one because it's related to the topic of today, which is the safety of internet. We don't live in some sort of a platonic city. And as you know, every great thing comes with great challenges. And one of the biggest challenges coming with this marvelous invention is its safety. And also, and the question of its safety is always risen, and we are all affected by it. So questions like how safe is the internet? Are we safe in our in our day-to-day activities in the internet, and so forth and so on. And one critical question is, why does it matter to care about safety? Well, simply because we are living our lives now more than ever online, and we have become so much dependent on the internet that we can hardly imagine a day in our lives without using or having the connected device in our hand. This is even true for the veterans. I mean, the one who experienced the pre-internet life. They can really hardly imagine a day without the internet in their lives. So, in my opinion, it's hard really to delve into every aspect of the safety and its repercussions. So, I would like just to point out some aspects of it. So, as you know, the internet or the net, the cyberspace or the web, doesn't matter what we call it, it's a tremendously perplexed collection of cables connecting an enormous number of devices and instruments. And the internet is widely adopted. And as you know, as of January 2021, they've recensed that there were some 4.66 billion internet users. And this is really a massive number. And in my opinion, what makes it greatly spread with a high adoption rate is the super technological advancement that went miles away in refining its ease of use, so that the average, sometimes even the illiterate person or individual, can now plug and play, and there he goes, stepping into the wonder world of the internet, as easy as that. And this is where lies the true danger to me. The fact that anyone can have access to the internet without the slightest idea, or sometimes, what are the implications involved in interaction with this world and how we are supposed to safely approach it. Because frankly speaking, there is no entity right now in the world that can claim control or governance over the internet. So by definition, the internet for me is the most lawless space in the entire globe. I mean, despite various or several governments' efforts and initiatives to establish some kind of a local authority over the use of internet, there are no sufficient legal frameworks or legislative grounds to frame and protect the internet users in a certain country. And in my opinion, this government's kind of inability to keep up with the pace is due firstly to the rapid pace of the technological advancement, which is mostly driven by big transnational companies who are injecting, as you know, huge capitals into the R&D, so they can be always ahead of the competition, or at the cost of several social, financial, and environmental elements, which is another unspoken topic that we cannot afford mentioning, I mean, due to the time allocation. And those companies are primarily interested in the success of their business models, even if those companies are, even if this is impacting or compromising the security or at least the privacy of their users. So in other words, they don't really care as long as there are no accurate legal frameworks to restrain the way they store and process personal data and how they use it, etc. And also, from a point of view, the jurisprudence arsenal is archaic compared to the internet technology usage status quo. Secondly, I think that most governments do not possess the same human and financial capital that as those TNCs do, but most importantly, they do not enjoy the same international outreach as those big TNCs have. So, and that really unfortunately leaves the field wide open for anyone to practice cybercriminal activities. And what makes it worse is that now anyone can commit those crimes, starting from the very common and at hand acts like cyberbullying, cyber harassment, etc., to the most advanced data breach attacks that requires a profound technical knowledge to perform those attacks. Sorry, give me just 1 second.
You are on mute. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, Nada.
Okay.
Just had a couple of noise. So as I said, to the most advanced data breaches attacks, I mean, I was talking about the field is wide open for anyone now to practice cybercriminal activities, from the very small ones like cyberbullying, cyber harassment, etc., to the most really advanced data breach attacks. that requires before a technical knowledge to perform those attacks, but now they're performed by anyone without a specific know-how, since many hard attacks are now automated and most hacking tools are coming with a very nice graphical user interfaces, which can be, for example, within a 30 minutes YouTube tutorial and with some specific configurations, anyone can perform those attacks. And in my opinion, only a few have treated this subject with the demanded delicacy regarding the ways to approach it, which is how to protect and to secure the internet usage in a specific country. And I will just name one, which is the General Data Protection Regulation, the GDPR, which is the Europe's new data privacy and security law that includes, well, hundreds of pages worth of new requirements for organization around the world. So what is it basically is just is a set of rules and regulations that tells anyone who's dealing with any kind of data of a citizen from the European Union on how to store and process their data. And in my opinion, this is the I think it's the most toughest and security law in the world right now. So I will just go back to the everyday person who is unfortunately, in my opinion, blunt in taking his personal safety and privacy in the internet for granted. And how can he or she be protected in this vast and securely and unpredictable world of billions of interconnected nodes? Well, first, and due to the already spread factual danger, and to give you an idea of how spread it is, right now, every 3 seconds, there is someone somewhere is under an identity theft attack. Every 3 seconds. So this is how spread the factual danger is. So, and due to the already existing and practiced cyber crimes that we are all victims or potential victims of, it's a lost cause for me and a waste of time to start holding an entity responsible for our internet safety. But instead, and this is the point I want to discuss, it's crucial more than ever, and a circumstance-induced necessity to wisely develop and adopt a new skeptical mindset regarding the use of the internet. Because the adoption of this kind of skeptical mindset will at least lower the risks by giving us the some kind of the safety distance we need to re-question some of the systematic behaviors now we practice when dealing with the internet. Because for me, this is very crucial, because the most weak link is the human being. So if we tackle and if we change the behaviors and the mindset on how we approach internet, that will be sufficient to at least diminish, I guess, the imminent risk by a huge percentage. And also, as you know, the place that the internet now has secured in our everyday life, it's also crucial to avoid the naivety to separate between, or to have a separation between something called the real world or the digital world. There is only one world we live in right now, because those two words are really, they hold a very complex intertwined now, an interdependent relation between both of them. So, and by definition and logically, we should be extremely careful as we are in the physical world by keeping our private life private, as we usually do on a day-to-day in the real world. And we should be aware that our privacy, and this is important, is one of my as valuable assets in the world of the internet. And it's the only leverage against us in our internet life. Social media giants are feeding on our privacy. Hackers and scammers are feeding on it. And pretty much anyone who's connected with a twisted intention is looking for your personal details to leverage them in a way or another. And this is a fact. So as we are all responsible for protecting ourselves and the one we love and the real world, I think this goes very systematically to the world of the internet and how we interact in it. And I would like just to share with you a quick video that I found across a TED talk, which is a pretty significant content that truly shows how unprivate our world today is. So and in a couple of seconds, I will just ask dear Neda to share the video on YouTube. And to just to give you a bit hint on what happens in this video is there is a, it's kind of a social experience. There is a sign next to a coffee shop that says that we offer free coffee and a pastry if you put a like on our Facebook page. And at the same time, there is a van parked outside with 2 persons in it collecting information about anyone who put a like to the coffee shop Facebook page. All right, so we're gonna see the video and let's see how much information can be caught from just a Facebook like. Dear Nada, can you please put the video? Yes, pretty much the first one, yes. Nada, the sound is unheard. Dear Nada, still no sound.
Nada, there is no sound.
Oh, hi, can I help?
Can I have a hot chocolate?
What's the name?
Joel.
What was the name?
Alex.
Alex. There you go, Johnny.
Cheers.
If you like our Facebook page, we give you a free hot drink and a free pastry.
We have a new like for Damien. We have a new like for Damien.
Hey, Carly, are you standing by?
Standing by. Hi there, can I help?
Yeah, I just liked your Facebook page.
Okay, I'll search Facebook now.
I'm searching Google.
Have a phone number.
I've got his email address.
Okay, Carly, are you ready for information on Damien?
Yep, I am.
Mother's maiden name is he banks with
Carly, this is the girl coming in now with the blue scarf.
What's the name? Nicholas.
Nicholas. His date of birth, 7th of May. She lives at 38A.
Just be a couple of seconds.
2 children, age 4 and this previous address. She's got the postcode.
Yep, got it.
Thank you.
Damien, age 26 and a fitness instructor.
How do you know what that?
Where did you go to UCL? Martin went to South Thames College, assistant psychologist at Great Ormond Street. How did you know?
That is... I don't understand.
Oh, pardon?
You know I'm a Christian as well.
Oh yeah, we know everything about you, Martin. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Anna from Russia.
Okay, thank you, Nella.
Welcome.
All right, so it's pretty amazing. At the same time, it's very scary. Anyway, and that really draws us back. Okay. All right. Okay. So as we've seen in the video, so just by clicking on or liking a page on Facebook, you see how much information they can get out of your Facebook profile. Dear Neda, there are also sounds.
I don't hear sounds. No, I don't hear nothing.
Okay, now it's clear. Sorry, now it's clear. All right, so well, this really draws me back to the mindset element that we've discussed, because like you see, most of those people in the video, they did, or what they did is they absolutely have taken for granted their privacy, or that kind of it's okay or naive kind of mindset will certainly jeopardize your whole life. I mean, literally, because I personally know some cases, and I have done some consulting in those cases, because and I know some people personally who were victims to extortion and blackmailing, and I've seen how the kind of hell they went through, and how their lives has fallen apart, and the repercussions of those acts on their personal and professional lives. It was really dramatic. So and we can see on those faces of the people that went to get the coffee how surprised and scary surprised they are when they see how much information the barista has on them. Well, I mean they put it there, so in the first place. So the purpose was just to show how easy it is to anyone to get access to our private life, and honestly, to not rely on the social media privacy policies, because they are made honestly to breach our privacy, because this is how they get, this is how their business models works. And I don't want to get deep into the technical aspects of it, or how to secure the accounts, etc. But at least the most elementary thing, in my opinion, is not to share your private information with everyone, as you simply do in your private life. I mean, it really makes no sense to do it in your daily life, and to not do it on the internet. And I would like to conclude that the first and the most relevant wall of defense in the internet is you and me, because no matter how strong the security protocols and regardless of the sophistication levels of our security and privacy policies we put in place, the fact remains that security always has one weak link, and that is human being. All right, so we can have the best security cameras, the best firewalls, whatever, the best CCTV cameras to secure, for example, our houses. But if we, if me or some of the residents of my house gives the key away to the house, all of those security measures will have been in vain and just a waste of time and money. And finally, please remember, first, what happens in the internet really stays in the internet. Don't be naive. Nothing goes away. And take really good care of your personal branding, especially your digital personal branding. And be aware that anyone can profile you based on what you share with the world. And keep in mind that 98% of employers use the internet to search for potential employees, and 84 out of those 98 use the social media or the social networking sites to research current employees. And you know that 34% have found content that caused them to discipline or even fire an employee. And it's very, very scary to really tell your computer your secrets, because well, first, you don't really know your computer, and you might really be surprised to know how chatty and talkative your computer is. Well, these are the couple of insights I wanted to share with you all. Thank you so much for listening. I didn't want to succumb you with any technical data because it's not really relevant as the mindset element, because the technical details are relevant as long as the person in front of the screen is approaching it with a very skeptical mindset. So thank you so much, dear Neda, for organizing the event. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak in it. And we thank the IIU for opening this world of opportunities for us, where we can exchange and meet all of these beautiful people and share this global awareness. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Anas. Thank you for your beautiful words, for sharing your knowledge with us, for sharing these great examples. So I let you to talk, but what we say at
Always
the
a pleasure.
beginning, all the speakers have a limit of 5 minutes, but all of you today go over 5 minutes. So thank you very much, but please now take care of the time, because we will not finish till the midnight. It's not a problem for me, but for the other speakers and countries is a big difference. Thank you, Anas, very much. Now we are going to our next speaker, Professor Charles. Professor Charles, well known, the head, our country director of Nigeria, and the head European, and the head of Africa. Professor Charles is a professor, admiral, global chaplain, ambassador, peacekeeper, Operation Training Institute finalist, humanitarian. He has bachelor degree in accounting, MBA in administration, marketing, PhD in education, theology, and counselor, associate professor in different fields of discipline. He got many awards. He had a great experience. So our Professor Charles is well known to all of us. Professor Charles, the IIU stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Professor Nada. It's a pleasure meeting every one of us today. Today is a unique day because we are celebrating the internet, and we need to be very safe in internet. That is why we have to call for this particular occasion. This occasion is a day that we all remember that internet is very important. At the same time, internet is not as important as it is. All depends on how you are able to manage the internet. Kudos to our able Professor Piyush Pali, who has given us this platform to showcase what we should do, the things we should do in internet, not just to embrace internet, but to use it for the usefulness and for the usefulness of the people, and to make it to be well known, to bring peace, not to bring money, to bring success, to bring happiness, to bring joy. That's the essence of internet. Internet is not just to showcase fake information or you being dubious, all those areas. All these things they are the secondary aspects. Every one of us want to be happy. That is why internet is there. Internet is a vast network that connects computer all over the world, connect them together. Through internet, we'll be able to people share information, communicate information everywhere with that internet connections. So when you are being dubious in internet, come to internet and showcase your all those hacking, doing all those things, that means that person is having some mental delay in his memory. So we don't need to, we showcase good things in internet, but some people are dubious, who are fake people. That is why today we are cautioning them, they should not be fake. Everybody should be real. If you know you are real, come to internet. But most of the time, they make some innocent people, they suffer them by doing all those dubious acts. We know them, they are hackers. They are people who want to frustrate the global peace. People want to be happy. So that's why the internet is there. Most people are not coming again. They are all moving away from internet. But internet is very important. You need to look happy, you need to look younger, you need to be good. That's why internet is there. So it is always good to embrace the good aspect of internet. If actually you want to be safe, embrace the good one and be cautious of what you are doing. And these are the rules we should tell our kids at school. Ability to know their names, their number, and their address. They have it offhand. And they do not, they should not eat anything given by a stranger. Because internet, there are a lot of things being showcased. That's why we must be very careful too and put our people in prayer. Do not climb the fence. We tell them not to climb the fence, our kids. They should not walk off the yard alone and playing or experiencing with fire. It's not allowed. So we need to tell them, most especially, like the theme of today's Safe Internet Day 2022. It's all about, the theme is all about all fun games, exploring, respect, relationship online. What is the purpose? To promote a safer internet for all users, especially young people, to promote safe, responsible, and positive use of internet technology. Positive use, not negative use. Some people are dubious. They come and be showing negative things that we will not magnify the soul, things that will make one to go and commit what atrocity. We don't want such people in the internet. We should discard them. If there's a system of noticing those people, we should be able to remove them away from the internet. We want to make sure internet is being used properly so that there will be global peace. Everybody will be happy. That's why God has created us into the world, for us to be happy. So for somebody to come and hack, doing all those funny things, all those acts, making somebody to look stupid, we don't want such people. So we must develop. So all those are developers. Let us have a plan, a software that will detect all those fake people. Let's join together for a better information. Yes. When we look at, we all know that we are doing fun today. We are exposing all those rubbish. We are also making sure that we are able to appraise those that are using internet properly. We should look at the importance of Safe Internet Day. What are the important? To promote a safer and move responsible use of online technology by children and young people around the world. The Safe Internet Day has become a landmark event in the online safety calendar. The European Safe Borders project in 2004 started this initiative. It has grown beyond its traditional geographical zone and is now celebrated in approximately 200 countries and territory worldwide to express our support for SID, Safer Internet Day. What must we do? We are expected to post, to share our action on social media, our action, positive action that will make people to be happy, not the one that will come and frustrate people, putting fake information. We don't want the fake information. We want good information that will make people be happy with us, and they will be happy with the generality of the world. And people, there will be peace. Because those are the people who want in the internet. We don't want all those people who will come and make people mad, frustrate people, dupers, hackers. They should be avoided. That's why we must come out to tell them today they should stop it. It is worth knowing that Internet Day is always observed every year on the second day of the second week of February with an aim to provide safer and better internet. It is imperative we know the advantages of internet for entertainment. Yes, for entertainment, not for workers or those dupers. 2, work from home. Yes, we can work from, we don't need to be going to office all the time. Work from home. Collaboration and access. Look now, today I'm connected to the whole world. Courtesy of Piyush Pali. Kudos to you, Piyush. We can connect, look at you. I'm talking to everybody now. We are all listening. Global world. If not the internet now. These are what we want to be seen. We don't want all those hackers. They should be very careful. I wish I detect them and go and arrest all of them as a general. Work from home, collaborate and access to a global workforce. That is it. That's what we want to be doing, seeing in the internet, not all those dubious things. Connectivity, communication, and sharing, just like we are doing now. These are the things that will make us to be happy. We want to be happy. Nobody wants to be sad. 4, to get information, knowledge, and learning. Want to learn. In spite of all those things I have, professor, all those things, I still want to learn. I want to know. So this internet has made me to know. I can sit at home, I will write my exam, I will do everything, I become who I want to be. Because of internet. But some people will be duping people, making people sad. Those people should be very careful. Today we are expressing ourselves to them. Another point, we sell and we make money through the internet. We sell and make money. You can be at anywhere, you can make money through the internet. Not good money, not dubious money. Good things, do good things. We get addresses, mapping, and contact information through the internet. And through the internet too, we do banking, payment bills, and shopping through the internet. We don't need to be moving up and down. Internet does do everything. These are the things we want to be hearing. It makes people happy. People will be happy to do them. 8, we donate and fund via internet. Funding, donation, yes, it's good. Not fake things, not all those fake things. It is the best source to get information on various topics to improve knowledge. Look at that. And unlike those days when we are doing research, we need to go from one place to the other, from one offices to the other, enter motor, do a lot of things. But this time around, I will just sit where I will make research. Everything will be okay. That is it, because of the internet. Now we can easily connect to the whole world within a few seconds. Look at that. I'm connecting and I'm talking. Everybody, we are all listening. Using internet, we can show our talent and skills. The whole world will see us. That is what we want to be using internet for. Most banks now provide their services online, which is fast and secure. Yes, that is what we want internet to be used. What are the pros? What are the disadvantages? What are the cons of internet? The pros, it increases inefficiency. Yes, it also better learning opportunity. Not like we are doing now, we are learning. I'm also learning, I love it. I'm in a particular strategy, learning. Higher chances to get out of poverty. That is it. We don't need to enslave ourselves, put ourselves in one corner. You get out of through connection, through your sincerity, through those things. You get your like minds. Be able to do business together. You know yourself very well. Better job opportunity through the internet. Yes, better job opportunity. Dangerous work can be done by machine. Something that you don't need all this war that they are fighting war up and down. We don't want those war. If war should be fight, let them manufacture machines that will go and fight, not to be using human being, destroying human being. Let them employ machines, because internet, not human being that is made up of water and blood. You not go and ask them to fight. We don't want such. That's why we don't want war, because they are using all the, if possible. Yes, let them, if maybe some notorious area, some strategic area that require maybe man to do, software can develop a machine, go and do those areas, go and do those things, not human being. Human being that you did not create, you want to suffer them? No way, we don't want war. Through the internet also, we do what? We progress. Artificial intelligence, you get it through the internet. These are the things we want. Smart homes, autonomous driving, through the internet, better access to education through the internet. These are the things we want to be hearing, to be observing. Protests are facilitated, yes, through the internet. Allowed to stay connected with people all over the globe, yes, through the internet. Human rights are strengthened through the internet. We'll be discussing, talking, stressing. What are the disadvantages? Anything that has advantage and disadvantage, because of some dubious people in a good area. There's always a Judas. What are those pros? Source of distractions. Yes, distraction. Some dubious people will come and start distracting. Inappropriate contents for children. Some dubious people will come and be showing all those things and spoil the children's life, the children's future, thinking that they are helping them. Through the internet too, some dubious people, they will be bringing all those things. Before you know, you get addicted. Communication platform for extremists. Look at that communication platform for extremists. Look. Internet never forgets. Yes, internet never forgets. Road trafficking, road trafficking and problems. Obesity. By the time you are in the you don't move. You are there. You get yourself heavy. Before you know, obesity will come. That's why we are being told when you are you need to move. make some exercise. You need to do some other thinking, not just to stay one place, to all those areas. People may get tired, lazy. Internet can also bring laziness. So avoid those lazy. We don't want it. Avoid those mental problems. It can bring mental problems. That's why we must do things, caution ourselves. Cyber bullying through the internet too. Job losses, people lost job through the internet. Everything that have advantage have disadvantage. Intelligent disadvantage, all those areas, fine. Privacy issue. People like privacy is good, but some people who does do a lot of this thing. Artificial intelligence could become a danger. Yes, through the internet too. Unhealthy level of dependence on technology, unhealthy level. Some people may feel lost through the internet. Some people. That's why you must be very careful what you are watching, what you are doing, not to be lost. Very, very careful. So your faith matters. What you identify your faith, what will make you happy is what you look at. Don't look at the negative area that will make you to go and commit. Note, we need to be vigilant when we come to internet security. In 2021, the theme was Together for a Better Internet. How do we stay safe on internet? One, we keep personal information professional and limited. Keep it, some of their personal information. We also keep your privacy setting on. Keep your privacy setting on. Practice self-browsing. Make sure your internet connectivity is secure. Be careful what you download. Be very careful. Choose strong password. Don't just put any password that anybody can fake for. Strong one means the alphabet together, mix numeric together, mix character together, make it so solid that before they go into it, they need to do some extra work. They cannot even get themselves.
Professor Charles, you limited full time, more than 10 minutes, please. I know you can speak wonderful, but we need to go. We have many speakers, many speakers till the end of the event. Professor Charles, wonderful. Now, I want to call our great speaker and our great IIU country director from Zimbabwe. That is great, and my dear Patricia Gonde. Patricia Gonde is ambassador, head of academics, motivational speaker, researcher, social activist, education, master education management country, international conference on human rights panelist, education of kids, so many functions she have. She is a STEM education. She is proactive educator. I can say that our Patricia is for all the fields. Dear Patricia, the IIU stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Nada. Thank you so much, IIU, for giving me this opportunity to come and share with you on Safer Internet Day. And it immediately comes after Data Privacy Day, which was on 28th of January. So let me share with you about the respect and relationships online. And I am an educator, and right in front of you, you can see that's one of our computer labs at the primary school that I am in here in Zimbabwe. Where our children go and have lessons. Yes, they have got a computer lab. They also have got tablets that they use in the classroom. So everyone is literate. So what happened is for the past 2 years, we have been doing online lessons because of lockdown. We just opened schools physically yesterday. So children were exposed to online lessons, and we have had complaints from parents that some of the children were going to sites that were not appropriate to them. So last year we organized someone to come to talk to them, and we also organized a cyber safety day where we talked to them about the importance of cyber safety. So this is what we shared with them on that day. So we shared with them talked obviously about the digital citizenship, what it entails, and we covered so many topics that day about being cyber smart. That was on 17 September 2021. We had to talk about literacy, responsibility. We talked about digital etiquette, downtown, commerce. You will see by the responses that we got from the students on the sites that they were visiting. Because it was a free platform, we made it so that everyone could be free. And also, we also shared, they shared with us about the sites, the inappropriate sites that they were going to because of not being controlled at home. So if you look at the next slide there, this is what came out of the discussions that we had with the children. They confirmed that they had access to an inappropriate content, about half of the students. They also, that was a class of that they were about 112, there were 4 grades because we've got 28 children in one class. And they also said that they use the phone from 8 up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Can you imagine someone, a child using a phone from 8 o'clock up to 4 a.m.? It means that the parents are not aware of what was happening. Then there was also confirmation of gaming addiction and guided use of online games. They were playing games like Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, Roblox, Minecraft. And yes, some of the games are good because they encourage teamwork and analytical skills and communication. But we discovered that some of the language that the players use in those games, they leave young children vulnerable to inappropriate language. Words such as you have to kill your opponent, or you don't win, or you torture, or they describe some of the best or favorite gaming experiences. So this showed that the parents are not monitoring what the children are playing also online. There was also confirmation of exposure to pornography. We could hear that there was murmuring inside amongst the children. Then there was confirmation of connection with strangers online. Can you imagine? Grade 6s and 7s, those are about 11 years, 12 years old, connecting with other strangers online, which is about 1/3 of the students. Then it showed that there was no parental control on use of digital device. And then there was confirmation of age-restricted platforms. They told us that even they had created some Gmail accounts using not their ages. They will just say I was born in 1960 something, whilst they are 12-year-old, and Gmail doesn't check because most of the students, they have their lines, mobile lines, internet service provider lines. They could just confirm that I am the owner. And there was confirmation of using online school to do other things. They will leave the window, go to another window and check whatever they were doing on YouTube. And there was also hacking on games using, some of the boys said that. So we can see that our children are being exposed to so many unsafe practices on the internet that we should be aware of. So this was a good exercise. I've just chosen a few. There were so many outcomes concerning the use of the internet, which is hugely unregulated and full of many potentially harmful things at home. And then what we did then after that, we made some recommendations to parents so that we could engage parents. We called in parents to talk to them about what we had discovered There was an information dissemination forum where the parents also told us what their children did whilst they were doing online lessons. Then we rolled out a training program for the teachers in the school. Some sites had to be blogged, Facebook, Instagram, you can Snapchat, you can name it. And then that's when we drafted an online safety and digital media use policy. And we also established a digital literacy and citizenship club that is still running at the school. So we had to make sure that we had to talk to the parents so that they can support us on the digital detoxing and wellness of children. So these were some of the recommendations that were done. The student engagement reviewed that there were a lot of gaps regarding the cyber safety and digital media. So we talked to the parents. We held what we call a social day, whereby parents were coming in and we're inviting people from the different IT world to talk to the parents about the dangers of not regulating use of internet in the home. So you can see there, that's what, then we gave them some cyber safety tips that are there for them also to use at home, like keeping your password safe, using a secure, reliable. We had to teach the children. Also, our school as well is a Microsoft certified school whereby children write IC3 literacy programs. They write international exams here at Lusitania Primary School, and we had to take them through digital safety tips that they can use even when they are logging in for Teams, because we saw that even on using Microsoft Teams, some children could go on the chat section and type some information that was not needed. So we took them through a training, the teachers on training, the parents on training. So it was a collaborated effort. And now, even when we are doing our online lessons, we do not have so many children who send some information that is not needed. And also we taught them how to be smart when using internet, to be safe, not to meet up with strangers, accepting emails that are spam, to be reliable. If there's cyberbullying, to tell someone. Then we made use of the robot as well. There are so many methods that we use that are appealing to each and every grade for the students to see. You can see there, that's one of the forums that we had with our children. This is our ECD department here at Lusitania. This is outside where children go out to play. So we had to call in parents, and you can see me talking there about cyber safety. So this is what we did as a school, so that we make sure that our children are safe when they are, yes, they need to learn, and we want to make them digital citizens, but there are regulations that they should follow whenever they are using the internet. And we had to roll out a cyberbullying also. Talked about cyberbullying, the effects of cyberbullying with them, because there were some children who were being cyberbullied, and they mentioned that. So we also rolled out a program on cyberbullying that the children went through. So there are so many things that we can do as organizations all over the world, because everyone goes on internet. Just like what that, or the former speaker said, that whatever you do on the internet is, or it lives there, is always there. So let's make sure that wherever we are, the children, these are our presidents of the future, they are our future leaders, they are taught on cyber safety. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I know I had 5 minutes, so I had to rush so that I can finish on time. before Nada says it's time out. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. You are lucky. You go through time, but Nada didn't say stop. It was really great. Congratulations, dear Patricia. Wonderful, wonderful. That are words what I want to say. Great presentation. Thank you very much. And now you can go home from your office.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Bye and see you. Now we are going through one great speaker who is coming from Greece. This is her field. This is her field, and she adores STEM education, and she is an expert, great person, Mrs. Rania Lampo. Mrs. Rania Lampo. What to say about her? She has many recognitions, many awards. She's a social activist, a global peace ambassador, a senior advisor of United Nations. She has many features in the book, ICT teacher, trainer, neuroeducation researcher, international keynote speaker, and etc. She is working in the Greek Ministry of Education. So, dear Rania, IIU stage is yours.
Good evening from Greece to all of you. Safer, thank you very much, Nada, for your beautiful introduction. Safer Internet Day today, it's a critical day because Internet, of course, is fun, it's useful and informative, but can also be dangerous no matter how safe we feel while browsing. Today, I will focus on the dark side of the Internet, the risks and challenges of this amazing tool, especially during the COVID or the period of lockdowns and COVID pandemic. And because I'm the Greek Ministry of Education, where I'm working, we organize every year an annual workshop for students, for children of primary and secondary education. We were trying to raise awareness and educate students and teachers on how they can protect themselves and children from the risks associated with improper use of online technology, such as the internet and cell phones. So I have seen many cases of children who have described their painful experiences regarding the dark side of the internet. Greece has unfortunately high rates of children addiction in video games in comparison to other European countries. And also, I would like to share with you some shocking facts. Here in Athens, 500 children are hospitalized in the children's hospital for severe addiction because they can't be separated from computers and games. And believe me, it's true that doctors give to these children Pampers because they can't stay away a second without computers and games. So because they forget to eat, they forget to sleep, they forget to drink, they get alienated, they have vision problems, they have migraines, they neglect schoolwork, etc. Another shocking factor that recently took place here in Greece, it's about high school girl children who died while she was taking a selfie near a cliff, a precipice here in Greece. Many other cases, people who geotag, they see publicly where they are, so it's easy for them to get robbed in their house. So research studies show how social media cultivate what we call a grandiose narcissism. Narcissism which alienates personal and interpersonal relations. When, for instance, we post a supercar that we bought, first of all, we need that because we feel more self-important. Yeah, but on the other hand, this could provoke jealousy and depression to others who can't handle it. So we talk about unhealthy relationship that social media create. So when children come to this workshop here inside the ministry, in order to present all the risks and challenges, I'm trying to shock them by presenting this kind of examples in order to awaken them. It's noteworthy to say that the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, which actually the latest version of the American Psychiatric Association gold standard text, has recognized addiction as a disorder. And also, internet gaming disorder is currently included as a condition for further study. This is very, very important. So according to a recent survey in my country, Greece, it appears that a large percentage of parents in Greece still, unfortunately, face internet use by children with insufficient attention, not setting limits and rules, even primary school students, so what we call screen time. Children use social media more and more at a younger age, opening up many times fake profiles, stating false age and without the permission of the parents. And a larger percentage of children put themselves at risk by adopting wrong practices, such as accepting friend requests from strangers, or they meet in-person people who have not only for the internet, or they share very personal photos and videos on the internet, posting material without reflecting on possible consequences. 1 in 5 children say they have received some form of cyberbullying at some point in the digital life here in Greece. And regarding the issue of excessive and compulsive use, almost half of children admit that they neglect their activities for the sake of internet, while 1 in 3 children admits or thinks he has an internet addiction problem. 9 in 10 children have mobile phone. Then majority of children start accessing the internet at the age of 7 to 8 years old, and the age is constantly decreasing over time. So 1 in 5 children start using the internet at a very young and sensitive age of 4 to 6 years old. The girls, according to research, mainly deal with social networks, and boys usually with online games. During the COVID pandemic, we have the increase of cyberbullying, we have the misinformation, what we call fake news and infodemic, privacy risks. Let's not forget also the dark web, which it's very extremely dangerous, not only for children, but also for adults. Of course, the problem is how we use the internet, not the internet itself, not the medium itself. Basically, social media and games are the ones that, according to research, cause mostly addiction, because there is immediate satisfaction, such as the likes. Social media addiction is a behavioral addiction which is characterized when we are, for instance, overly concerned about social media, when we are driven by an uncontrollable urge to log on to or to use social media, and we devote so much time and effort, so that it damages all the important life areas of our lives. And addictive social media use looks much more, according to the neuroscientists, look like any other substance use disorder, and include mood modification, withdrawal symptoms. What that is means that we experience unpleasant physical, emotional symptoms when we are away from for a game or for a computer. This causes conflict in the personal problems, or relapse, because addicted individuals quickly revert back to their excessive social media usage after an abstinence period. So the phenomenon of social media addiction can be attributed to what Melissa at first has already mentioned about the dopamine-inducing social environments when she talked about gaming. And these dopamine-inducing social environments are what are social networking sites, because social media platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, Snapchat, produce the same neural circuitry that is caused by gambling and by drugs to keep consumers using the products as much as possible. So studies have shown that the constant stream of retweets, of likes, of shares, is something that causes the brain's reward area to trigger the same kind of chemical reactions that we see with drugs like cocaine. And in fact, neuroscientists have compared social media interaction to a syringe of dopamine being injected straight into the system. So this is observable in social media usage. So when, for instance, an individual gets a share, the brain receives a rush of dopamine and sends it along reward pathways. causing the individual to feel pleasure. So the brain rewards itself through the positive reinforcement, making people desire likes, retweets, and emoticon reactions. Of course, all companies take advantage of this brain function. Here in Greece, before concluding, I want to say that we have the Greek Awareness Center Safer Internet campaign, and the main goals of this center is actually to protect and safeguard kids from dangerous contact and behavior, to raise awareness, to emphasize on the possible features of online technologies, promote online safety, critical thinking, support parents and educators, and the collaboration of representatives from the government and other NGOs. They implement a variety of awareness activities, such as informative seminars towards the wider public. That's what we're doing in the ministry. Workshops for educators, promotion of materials and issues, graphics to students. Here, this year, 2022, they organized a press conference regarding the results of a survey that was conducted among adolescents in Greece. We organized today also a hidden treasure game with puzzles related to the safe use of the internet. Also we provided material to schools of all levels of education to organize their own events. I think our speakers have already talked, another you too, talked about the rules of the internet. I won't talk about this. I want to conclude by saying that technology is a useful servant, but at the same time, a dangerous master. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Derania. Thank you for your great speech. Like always, your great conclusion. Thank you very much. Now, from Greece, we are going to Albania, a country neighbor by my country. And who am I calling? I'm calling Irena Biba from Albania, the IIU country director. Irena Biba is a University of Tirana principal. She's a language and literature master teacher, grade excellent mentor teacher, 24 years in field of education. She has worked as a teacher in a secondary and high schools for 21 years. Now she is 3 years a principal in a secondary school, and she is also a very, very great in this STEM part, like a Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, Microsoft Master Trainer, Nearpod, Edmodo Certified Trainer, Minecraft, Global Mentor, Certificate Educator, and etc. She's also a scientist ambassador in European Schoolnet Academy, a coordinator in eTwinning Albania, Italian grade, a French grade, English grade, Albanian grade, and etc. Dear Irena Biba, welcome to this celebration of Internet Safer Day today on Great IIU stage.
Thank you, Nada. Thank you, Nada. Thank you, IIU. Always is a great pleasure being here. Okay. We have celebrated Internet Safer Day. We use technology with our students because technology made the learning fun and interactive, but we have to be careful. Anyone can be at risk. Age, social standing, and education do not matter as much as we previously thought. We have seen all kinds of people became radicalized, from young men and women with learning difficulties to adults in well-respected professions. What is clear is that the more vulnerable a person, the easier it is to influence their way of thinking. How is the web being used to groom and radicalize people? Can I share my screen? Is visible, Nada?
Yes, but you can put it like a whole presentation.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. How has the rise of social media contributed to the risk? The online world has also made it easier to identify those who could be influenced and radicalized. Social media platforms are full of groups of people looking for help and support, and those looking to exploit this can easily join these groups and befriend a vulnerable person. Offers of support, friendship, and belonging are all used to gain influence and control. So it's important to be alert. Despite the best efforts of social media providers and platforms, the sheer volume of web traffic means that questionable content can be uploaded and distributed for a long time before being detected and removed. There is no real online world anymore. We don't go online, we are online. Technology is now an extension of almost everything we do. And that has given people who want to radicalize and groom others an avenue for communication and a level of influence that was not present before. It has also provided perpetrators with unique advantages. They can contact a target any time of the day or night and stream propaganda directly to them. Ideas can now be spread at the touch of a button and with very little technical knowledge. A smartphone and a social media platform are all that are required to start to propagate dangerous ideas and information with zero cost. People who groom and radicalize also use the anonymity of the web as a layer of protection to avoid detection. The added ability to encrypt communication can make law enforcement extremely difficult. It's important to remember that social media goes beyond the big players such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Any platform that allows two-way communication can be used to groom and radicalize. For example, gaming sites can be targeted. Many online games, such as first-person shooters, have a voice chat facility, allowing users to talk to each other directly, both adults and children, often via headsets. This can be extremely difficult to combat, as it would require a moderator or a parent to listen to every game being played. Music platforms also and internet radio can also expose us to risk. Almost anyone can set up an internet radio station with very little technical skill and use it to promote an ideology for agenda. How would I know that someone is being groomed or radicalized? What are the warning signs? There is no definitive list of clues or signs. A change in the person's behaviors is likely. Some things to look out for include, but are not limited to, isolating themselves from family and friends, becoming secretive and not wanting to talk or discuss their views, closing computers down when others are around, refusing to say who they are talking to, using technology such as anonymous browsing to hide their activity, and sudden changes in mood, such as becoming angry or disrespectful. Of course, none of these behaviors necessarily mean someone is being radicalized, and when displayed in children could be a symptom of bullying or other emotion issues. What should I do if someone I know is talking to an unsafe person? It's important to reassure the person you are concerned for, that they can trust you and that you are there to listen and support them. When we speak to children, we talk about finding a trusted adult. Trusted doesn't necessarily mean a police officer or a teacher, but preferably someone whom that person can talk to in a free and uninhibited way, someone who can support them and guide them. Parents want nothing but the best for their children, but sometimes they can be that trusted adult. Children don't want to let their parents down or may worry that they might be punished in some way, perhaps by having their internet access cut off, and so will sometimes not confide in their parents. Many of us, and particularly young people, use the internet every day. the risk of losing that connectivity can be a real barrier to them coming forward and telling someone what is happening to them. When a child discloses to you that they are in potential danger or that something has already happened to them, the natural reaction is to want to solve the situation immediately. This can sometimes lead to parents and guardians taking phones, computers, and access privileges away. In doing this, we are in effect punishing the child for having the confidence to come and talk to us about what is going on. It's easier said than done, but the key is to remain calm, listen to the child, and understand what has happened or is happening to them. Once all the facts are known, you can together work out how you are going to deal with the situation. Trust is also crucial when it comes to helping adults, although it can be more difficult to cultivate. Signposting people to counseling and support groups where they can talk openly and honestly without judgment can be an important first step. Today, as I said at the beginning, we have celebrated in my school Cyber Day, a promo action in a school. We have write some policies and we have shown some videos made by students.
Love and kisses from, oh, it's on. I'm sorry, guys. I know I've told you I'd share everything with you, but this letter is really, really private. Okay. Now it's safe in my top secret secretive box.
Do you hear the sound? Is audible for you?
The internet is a great place to do research for school. Share pictures with friends, play video games, or check
Yes,
out the
it is.
latest
But
videos.
please, can you go a little faster through this because it's time running. Please.
Okay, thank you.
Please, you can put us the links in the chat so we will share on Facebook also.
Yes, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Darirena. Thank you for your great celebration in your school. You are a wonderful principal. Thank you. Now from Albania, we are going to our next speaker. Who is our next speaker? Let us see. It is our Indonesia country director, IIU board member, Lutfianto Yuda Pamungkas. Lutfianto Yuda Pamungkas, as I said, is a board member of IIU, the country director of IIU Indonesia. He's a high school teacher and a student advisor under direct order from Vice Principal Student Affairs. He loves making projects with young people. He has been guest announcer at State's Broadcasting Channel since 2017. He also directed several national competitions like NSDC, National School Debating Competition, Speech Contest, and Newscasting Competition. Currently, he is assigned as the secretary of the District English Teacher Working Group with 119 members. He is also associated with EDD Epsilon East English, where he serves as the Research and Development Manager. Dear Yuda, the IIU stage is yours. Welcome to Internet Safer Day.
Thank you, Ms. Nada Radkovic. I'm really proud to be here with everyone else. I would love to start my presentation. I will not share any slides because I would love to present what I've been working with my team. I have conducted a simple survey to 5 schools in my district involving 50,000 people. I have taken 1,200 samplings, and I've been working with 50 students altogether, and it's regarding the use of internet. Well, the data is shown as follows. The 96% of the students are well knowledgeable about the internet's use. 92% understand the advantage of the internet use, as opposed to 93% who are also quite understanding the negative impact of the internet. Regarding the use of internet when they choose to browse, 80% of the respondents use the internet to help them learning the lesson at schools, and 85% admit doing copy pasting actions. This is really interesting. And regarding the games, 96% admits that they are quite familiar with the games offered through the internet, and 76% play games. The top three games would be Mobile Legend, Free Fire, and PUBG, with the average of 3 hours per day. And 60%, 67% admit that they curse, they bully, they swear during the game playing, more than once. It's really interesting. And 32% experience severe humiliation during the game playing, and 15% experience severe bullying. And interestingly, 5% of the respondents admit that they ever planned to commit really dangerous action regarding the game playing action. I would love to stress my presentation on the Internet Safety Day event that we have today, because as you know, internet has become the inherent part in our lives. It connects the whole world, and you'll get to introduce new international people every day through the means of the internet. As we have the etiquette, which are the ways that we use to treat people or acting in real life, then we also have the similar etiquette that we use when we try to interact online. This is what we popularly known as the netiquette. Netiquette is also referred to the ways of acting, communicating, responding, and posting in the internet. For example, when we pay attention to our post, we are going to mind our post. We are going to show that we are not being rude. We are being impolite when posting certain things. And we also need to mind our comments just to avoid ourselves to commit the cyberbullying, or also to commit the block comments. In simple way, I would love to say that when you don't have any knowledge, when you don't have anything positive to say about certain content, it would be much better that you don't say anything. It would be much better that you keep silent, in order that you're not creating certain negative impact on what you are trying to say. Now, I believe that using the internet is really essential nowadays, because humans are not going to be separable from the internet use, but a lot of people use this moment wrongly. Most of the time, people use internet as the means of entertainment, but at the same time, they are going to show things that may ruin the relationship with other people. Sometimes we play actions, we do actions that we never meant to do so, but somehow it hurt other people's feeling. And regarding that matter, I also learn through the surveys, through the research that I've been conducting with my students, that simple thing like gamings, simple thing like chat would create certain uncomfortable feeling to certain people. That's why while using the internet, we are going to mind several. I already said in the beginning, it would be the etiquette or netiquette to be precise. And the second one is we are going to need the parental control. We need our parents to be right beside those children. We need to make sure that parents are there during the presence of their children's use of the internet. Somehow, we are not going to expect children play games, use internet without the parents beside them. We are not going to let those students, those children, sorry, under the strict regulations where they cannot find being censored. As we can see, there are so many games which involves crimes, which involves violence, which involves different actions which cannot be taken as the proper actions for the children. This is why it's really important that parents should be able to be there and guide their children. And also the last thing that I would love to present, to keep it quite short, is I would love everyone, I propose that everyone is using the safe protection means while surfing on the internet. Some websites are also available with protections. Websites like ChildNet, Think You Know, Internet Matters, or IWF, Internet Watch Foundations, are the websites that you can serve to assure that you go the internet safely. And also parents need to use the Google Family account just to make sure that they have the control, that they have the chance to monitor what the children are doing through the internet use. I would love to stress that parents are also holding the big responsibility. We are talking about the internet safety. We are talking about the means of communication, while at the same time there is a moral hazard. We are talking about the possibility that internet is misused. We are talking about the internet as the means of the exchanging information means, and we are talking about the possibility that internet can be used as the way to ruin children's future just by using it improperly. And I would love to let you all know that my presentation today is completely helped by the research, by the survey I have been doing with my students. As I told you many times, I love working in projects with the youth, and this project is done by involving so many people in my team. I have got 50 teams all together, conducting the survey within 3 days, as I can see the result here. And the one to compile the research result would be Zara. I would love to thank her for kindly helping me with the compilation of the presentation today. At the end of my presentation, I would love to urge everyone to come up with better ideas of using the internet and protect our children, so we can protect our future. Thank you very much, Nada.
Excellent, Yuda. It was really very impressive. Thank you so much. Apt and crisp, I should say. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce our next speaker, Henda Pousalti from Tunisia. She's our IIU country director, certificate graduation in information science, active in civil society. He's the ambassador for peace and love for all over the world. He's the director for finance for the UNESCO team Tunisia and inspector of the financial interest of the Tunisian Ministry of Finance, the chair of the editorial board of the Radio Wave, president of the Tunisian Financial Association, general writer for the Society for the Preservation of the Environment and the Protection of the Ocean, is nominated for the Parliament in the Independent Legislative List Tomorrow is Better in 2019, deputy in the cooperative of the ideas of the Ministry of Finance. He has received many certificates, awards and rewards. He is trained at a leader woman for the Parliament in 2019. The list of his milestone and his profile is big. So, sir, I welcome you on the platform. The stage is all yours. We have still 2 more speakers left. So, let's keep in mind the time restriction. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Snikta, but it seemed that she lost the connection. So you can go to our next speaker.
Oh, thank you, Nada. I would like to call on Maha Shahade from Lebanon, IIU Country Director, a lifelong learner and a dynamic and experienced secondary ESL teacher and coordinator with 19 years of diverse developmental teaching, training, leading, and examining, dedicated to creating an enjoyable, inviting, dynamic learning atmosphere and implementing innovative and efficient methods to motivate students to learn the English language, focusing on the individual needs of each student. ESL University instructor and author, an international school award, a global classroom LAU model United Nations school advisor, a web editor and content creator. Please, the stage is all yours.
Yes, yes, but she is also not here now.
Oh.
Anthony Kanchana is here. I think that they have problem. They were here all the time. So now you call Anthony, please.
Yeah. Now it's my pleasure to call our last but not the least and very active IIU Sri Lanka Country Director, HE Ambassador, Attorney Kanchana Samarsinghe, Attorney at Law in Sri Lanka, Lecturer of Sri Lanka Teacher Educator Service, Global Ambassador of Global Research Foundation, Global Ambassador of SPSC, Global Peace Ambassador of IQRA Foundation, International Peace Ambassador of Egyptian Academy, Executive Board Member of Global Training Academy, Dr. HC, Doctor of Humanity, Global Educator, International Speaker, 2 decades of experience in education sector as a lecturer, a SLTS and a principal SLPS, executive member of so many international organizations, foundations, institutions, and forums in education and law sector, and recipient of Global Education and Law Awards, and many more. Ma'am, the stage is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
First of all, I would like to thank founder of IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit, and Professor Dianada, and VC Mrs. Corina, and team IIU for arranging such a great event and giving me to this opportunity to address in this event. First, let's see how internet interact with our day-to-day lives. The internet has turned our existence upside down. In almost everything we do, we use the internet. Ordering a pizza, buying a television, sharing a moment with a friend, sending a picture over instant messages like that. Before the internet, if we wanted to keep up with the news, we had to work down to the newsstand when it opened in the morning and buy a local edition reporting what had happened the previous day. But today, a click once is enough to read our local papers and any news source from anywhere in the world, updated up to the minutes. Now, internet is our preferred medium of everyday communication. When we consider gaming and chat to streaming and video, the internet has evolved into a place when we interact in real time with others through an ever increasing number of different mediums. For children and young people, these platforms play an important and positive role in providing the means to socialize with friends and can even help to develop skills which can be taken from behind the screen and out into the real world. Safety on the internet is very important. It is a place where where anything can happen, and if we are not careful, damage can happen in reality, such as identity theft, stolen personal information, and physical harm. And let's see who most vulnerable group in internet users are. They are commonly the teenagers because they use it more than anybody else on average. Social websites are where we are most dangerous. For example, Facebook, Twitter, and Weibo. We need to keep in mind that whenever we post on the internet states on the internet, because virtual copies are made by various people and websites. When joining a social website, we should always look at what privacy settings are there, so we can block off any information that we don't want people to see. Data security is the biggest challenge in the modern world. This threat can be affect from individual personal information to high secured information sources like Pentagon. Now we'll see how we can eliminate the threats or transform into less vulnerable. To raise public awareness into safe internet use, campaigns have emerged. There are technical devices and technologies can prepare. When we join a social website, we should always look at what privacy settings they are, so we can block off any information that we don't want people to see. To raise public awareness into safe internet use, campaigns have emerged. There are technical devices and technologies which are developing to improve technical security, such as firewalls and encryptions, but we can fully depend on technological fixes. It is partial and mostly achieved through safe internet use on behalf of the users. Past pandemic period, we realized that internet is one of the best medium for education. In my country, Sri Lanka, schools were closed around 1 year time to time. On this period, most of the schools, universities, and higher education institutions were closed virtual studying methods through online apps like Zoom, Teams, and WebEx, like that. And internet has immense potentially to improve the quality of education, which is one of the pillars of sustainable development as well. Internet plays a very vital role in education. It is no doubt that is in modern era, everyone prefer Google for their queries, problems, no doubt. Popular search engine like Google, Yahoo are the top most choices of people, as they offer an easy to instant reach to the vast amount of information to just a few seconds. It contains a wealth of knowledge that can be searched at any time. The internet has introduced improvement in technology, communication, and online entertainment. There are many benefits of the internet in the field of education. Some of these are cost-effective and adorable education, student-teacher and peer interaction, effective teaching and learning tools, easy to access to quality education, interaction with digital media, and keeping we updated with latest information. For conclusion, the internet is a boon to the people, which is used to all over the world. Hence, should be used for good purposes. It has a great impact on imparting education to the children. If this is used in appropriate way that meet children's development level. They can benefit and learn from the internet. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful Anthony. Great presentation. Thank you very much. And now our Maha didn't come and held us, so we come to the end. Wow, what an amazing and unique event by International Internship University. It's my privilege to give this vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to thank our guests, our guests of honors, Melissa Esposito from Italy and Benedict Ledoc from France, for their valuable time and enriching us with their thoughts. No words to express my gratitude to our guest speakers for this day. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, team IIU, for being so supportive. The person behind the success of today's event, who is continuously guiding us, motivating us to put in our best. Yes, our dear co-founder and COO of IIU, Piyush Sir Pandit. Words are not sufficient to express our heartfelt gratitude. It was also a great experience for me as a host when we have such a galaxy of experts and audience to be part of Safer Internet Day. Not only for me, for my dear friend Dr. Snikta, for our Human Resource Director Della, who are here today in this event, supporting this event whole time. Thank you. And we'll soon be back with more inspiring and educating ideas and conferences. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and build a sustainable, bright future with IIU. Thank you very much.
I would like to add on, indeed perfect event organized by our Croatia country director and board member, Ms. Nada. Great initiative, Nada. So let's join our hands together to promote the safe and positive use of digital technology for children, young people, and to everyone to inspire a national and international conversation about using technology responsibly, respectively, and critically, creatively. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe. Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Good work. Good work. Bye.